obviously you know about Marcus Armstrong wrecking today, and unfortunately, this is just a personal thing. I really hope I'm wrong, but I believe that there's nothing they can do, at least today. If what I believe is true, I believe he probably has a concussion, or they're examining him for a concussion, which usually if you're examining, it's more likely not to happen. It was a very hard hit into the wall that Marcus Armstrong took. Unfortunately for the 66, they have a lot of work. They had to rebuild the car, get everything ready, but their other problem is if he has a concussion, he's likely not going to be able to qualify this weekend. There's no way he's going to just bounce back. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping they go through the precautions and there's nothing wrong with him and they send him good to go. But the fact they're holding him back, to me, would indicate that he has some sort of issue. However, per what we've been finding out with Kyle Larson, there are no other drivers eligible to drive. So that's going to be a problem if this does happen the way it likely will happen. I really hope I'm wrong. I hope he goes out and he qualifies on the pole or makes the fast 12 right now, but unfortunately it looks like it's not likely. So, and the car's in bad shape anyway, so they probably won't have it done today anyways. Well, they might. They're a good team, but I just have a hard time seeing that turnaround, and at least with the driver at that turnaround. So the only thing I can think of that they would allow either, well, two things. One, I think it's less likely they find a driver like Tom Blomqvist, who's qualified here last year, and fly him out and have him do the refresher course tomorrow morning before practice and qualifying and bump day, and then have him qualify the car, because that's a good car. My guess is they would probably still make the field even if with all the damage and having to go to a backup. I don't know if they're going to backup. I guess I don't want to say that, but they're definitely working on the car. The only other thing I can think of, and I think this would be IndyCar's more likable solution, you would have Helio Castroneves, and as long as Helio and Felix Rosenqvist qualify into the race, they would be the ones, one of those guys could hop in the 66, qualify it, and I don't know if there's a rule against it, but that's the only thing I can think of. But and most likely the best case scenario for them is Helio and Felix, one of those two, or both. I don't know how. I mean, there's been a lot of interesting things at Indianapolis. Would not be surprised about that one. But one of those guys hops in the car, and then they qualify the car in, and then either next week, if Marcus gets cleared, he can drive it, or they'd have a replacement come in on Monday, do the refresher course, and they just would start in the back anyways. I mean, if they're going to be the last row anyways, it's not going to make much of a difference where. But that's the only thing I can think would happen. I don't know if it will, but that is, I think, the best option probably for them. I'm hoping, well, the best option is Marcus is 100% healthy to get the car up and then he can qualify in today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. It's a little bit of a stretch, I know, and I really hope I'm wrong and he's fine and he can make it in. But that's the only thing I can think of. So, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll have some updates hopefully here shortly.